Hello, and this is the first installment of the Cake Clan Dungeon Defenders Guide.
That's C4K3 to avoid any Portal references.
Over here we have Dark Duck, our mage, we have Hunchual, our tank, and me, Full House of Aces, the ranger. And without further ado, we will be playing Deeper Well on Insane. So, yeah. Dark Duck, if you would.
Indeed. Let's go.
Right, so this, for those who don't know, who haven't played this game before, this is the first map of the game.
Nice little cutscene.
Nice little cutscene. Are we going to watch the cutscene?
Birds and castles and
goblins and orcs, skeletons.
Long story short, the parents ran away, leaving their kids
to fend off
a castle to defend these evil spirits which were stuck in crystals, because who wouldn't want a holiday after doing this?
And they decided to just leave them lying about the castle, as you do.
So, yeah. There you go, kids. Look after these dangerous things and we'll leave the world forever.
And they also seem to have not given the squire any pants, but we'll overlook that.
Yeah.
In case anyone's curious, me and Hunchual are using the alternate character pack. He's using the female squire, and I'm using the male huntress.
And I'm the special one.
He's the special one because he has been man enough to use the original character.
Indeed.
Right. So,
should we just state that first of all, we are playing on Insane. And we have already gone through the levels before. We do have stronger weapons.
Yes.
This is basically our guide on how to do it on Insane, so please do not follow us for walkthroughs or...
Well, I will be giving hints.
Well, yeah, that sort of stuff.
As you can see from the map, the enemies come from pretty much one general direction. You've got about... There's no flanking, or not much flanking involved in this map. As you see, there are two stairwells for the bottom three entrances, and the top two entrances have a direct route to the crystal, which is what we will be defending.
This crystal, by the way, is my crystal. You get to customise your crystal because it's just that cool. I've made it look like an island, which I've called Dead.
And we will give more info on that later. If anybody is wondering why we have TF2 characters floating around us, those are our pets. If you're playing this on Steam, like we are, you will get them for free when you enter your tavern.
Along with the portal gun.
Once you reach level 25, I strongly recommend using them. They're incredibly powerful.
Indeed.
Yes. So, combat phase. First level only has this. First wave only come from this direction. Goblins and archers, if I remember correctly.
Now, the purple force field on the floor...
You can't kill them in it.
Yeah, makes them invincible, basically.
So the trick of this level is basically... Well, there's not really that much of a trick. You don't need an overall strategy for this.
The trick of this game is to play the game. Damn it. Right,
also, if you notice, there's 4 chests that spawn every round. These will give you mana, and occasionally swords and weapons.
This sword has been turned into, like, cheese. It has holes in it.
As you can see, each one of us can bring in different towers. Hunchual can bring in these barricades and some sturdy defences. Phil can bring in...
I am Dark Duck.
Dark Duck can bring in incredibly powerful mage weapons, which don't have a lot of health, but they pack quite a punch, and I can bring in traps, which are powerful, but don't stick around for too long. So, this level, they've opened up the next 2 spawn areas, so still not that big a deal. They can only come from these 2 stairs. Basically, when we're ready, guys?
Yep, just putting 2 lightning towers down.
I'll stand back up here, and
I'm ready.
Guard at the back areas, orcs come.
Go.
There we go. Wasn't too hard. The only disadvantage I can say of playing the Ranger is you won't be able to collect that much mana from the enemies unless you are basically firing at point blank range. This isn't as much a problem as your traps are quite inexpensive. Dark Duck, any notes to say on the Apprentice?
Well, yeah, the Apprentice is supposedly the easiest person to play as, which, fair enough, I can understand that. But it, as with all the classes, you've got your upsides, your downsides. The upsides being your towers are pretty cool. They are pretty strong, but they're weak in the other sense, as in they don't have much health. They can be beaten up well. I think the Apprentice gets increased mana, or you can use a boost, which basically doubles the speed of like stuff that you do. I don't know, and mana.
Right.
So yeah.
Hunchwall, any comments on the Countess?
Well, I'm not very good at this stuff.
Okay, well, the
compared to the Squire, she's faster and does more damage, but she is also slower. I mean, no, he is also slow. I'm faster, will do more damage, but I take more damage because I have less HP.
Okay.
So the Squire is quite a good tower built guy, and the Countess is quite a good one for melee damage, like a hybrid between towers and going in there and slash.
So
Talking
yeah,
of hack and slash.
after this wave, we will be, as you can see, the side doors have opened. This means that any group that's concentrating down here will be quickly overwhelmed. So it's good to have one person hang back, and that's usually my job, as I have the furthest ranged weapon.
I have a magical fire staff.
Yes, Dark Duck does have a magical fire stick.
Staff.
Stick.
It's a wand.
It's such a stick.
You're such a stick.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, if you look at our setup, there's not really much we need to add to it now.
How about
These
add some OP
these
towers?
lightning towers are quite powerful. Not a lot of health. Hunchwall is now adding his most powerful defense for the sheer hell of it.
Hunter, how much are these worth? I forgot.
Hey.
As it, 8 defense units. If you look top right of Full House Face's screen,
There are,
you'll
yes.
see-
Each wave has a limited number of defensive units, basically towers you can place. The harder the level, the more defensive units. But this map, not many defensive units, but you don't really need them.
Hunter, how much mana do those cost? The slice and dice. Fair enough.
Yes, we all have 5 towers, or traps in my case, to build. You unlock them as you level up. I believe starting from, you have the first one at level 1, and then going all the way up to level 20, I believe.
Something like that.
I will get back to you on that.
I just realised my magical staff, by the way,
Stick.
it's a staff. My magical staff can shoot in 5 different directions, as in shoots 5 projectiles. I can stand right at the back, fire, and I can hit one on each of the doorways. It's a bit overpowered.
The other ability Dark Duck has is the mana bomb. If you would like to show that in a minute.
Shall I demonstrate? I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. I'm watching you now.
3, 2, 1, boom, wipe out.
That was the mana bomb. Basically, the apprentice explodes.
He does, using his staff.
The hunter abilities are, well, correct me if anyone would like to correct me on how useful they are, but I think they're pretty useless. Invisibility, good for lower levels, but once you get a certain type of enemy, they can see you. And multi-shots.
Not really invisibility then, is it?
Yeah, not really. And
sort of
multi-shots, just, it's not really worth the 50 mana. I can buy a TNT trap for that.
Yeah, multi-shot. I mean, who would go around using a weapon that shoots multiple times? I mean, that's a little bit... overpowered.
I
Wouldn't
mean-
you say?
Well, Phil, you're not the only one with multi-shot. I mean, I can get guns like that too. In case anyone is wondering, each one of us also have a special right-click ability. For Dark Duck, it is an area of effect clearing ability. For Hunchwall, it's a block, and for me, I'm afraid, it's a reload. Because my bows do not have an infinite clip for some reason. They do have a clip. If you want to see the Hunchwall's most powerful tower working up, here we have some hapless
baby.
sods being minced. And so there isn't that much strategy to this level, as long as you have as we do recommend finishing the game first. Us three finished the game on medium. Did we have any major problems, guys?
Not really.
No. Finished the game on medium. That gave us the levels and the gear really needed to do this on insane. But once you do that, this level is pretty much cakewalk.
Kaboom! Sorry.
This used to be the hardest difficulty. Recently, in the last couple of days, there has been nightmare difficulty, and that has added a whole new wave of difficulty. Spiders, ogres.
Spiders.
Oh,
Justin Bieber.
yeah. We've unfortunately we
Ooh,
were
can't
wiped
kill
a
him.
couple of minutes ago, so scars still fresh. Anyway, this is Cake Clan. We are a semi-open clan. We have
Semi-open meaning
we will you apply, we let you in, depending on how good you are.
email address probably in the description bar.
Yes, email address and link to the forums will be in description. Thank you very much for watching.
We'll
Sorry
see you guys
we're not
again
too
in
professional,
more videos.
but thank you and good night.